Yeah. All right, Denny Mo, we are live, bro. Now I'm trying to see if I can get it on Instagram. I'm trying to do it. I'm always trying to go live on Instagram. It worked when I was practicing. I gotta see if it's okay. Here we go. We got action on Instagram. Yes, sir.
Are
Cool.
you
So
on Facebook already?
we live on Facebook, live on Instagram. Yeah, so we're gonna wait for people to come on, hop on. Let's do this. Let's get it going, Denny Mo.
So now I got my Facebook on with it.
Yeah, man. We're a little
I just
short. You know, the
I just
squad.
forwarded yours.
Yeah, the squad is slow to get on. I don't know where they at, but we're gonna keep the show rolling, man. Cliff said he gonna hop on.
Yeah,
Shari said she gonna hop on a little late, but we got some stuff we need to talk about, bro. Um, I
I
see
can
you.
see on Facebook. It's cutting my chin off.
It's not, your chin shouldn't be cut off. I
That's what I'm
see.
saying. But on Facebook,
Oh yeah, that's weird.
I
Oh no,
just,
you good. Yeah, just
no,
scoot
I
back.
just turned it down. You see my
Yeah,
whole show. Facebook,
yeah.
they don't. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I got this. I got this. Popeye's chicken waiting on me. 'Cause I wanted to do the show first, and then I'm gonna reward myself
Well,
with this
bruh, I sent
with
you a
this three
picture.
piece.
I sent you a picture of how we looked. I think it was it your birthday at Mastro's? Whose birthday was that?
Oh man, we was fly. Yeah, that
Bruh,
was like
we,
5 years ago.
yeah, we was slim,
National
slim.
joint. Nah, dude, I
Yeah.
turned 40. Did I turn 40?
Was
That
it?
was 7 years ago.
Yeah, that was a minute. That was a minute, man.
Yeah, I gotta
We was
work
slim.
on the weight.
Yeah, man. But thank y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for joining. Please share this. That's what I need you to do. Get on, share it, tag somebody in the comments, tag them so they can come and watch. Tag your homies, your aunties, your nieces, your nephews, tag your little cousins, tag the ratchets, tag your pastors, tag everybody. Tag your pastors. Your pastors might need to get on here. Let's
Tag
see.
your pastor.
Tag your pastor.
Tag your bishop.
All right. Pastor Linda was on a few times before. She
Yes, she
liked the
was.
show. She
That's
liked the show.
mom's though. Mom's gonna jump on.
Yeah.
She
But yeah,
like to
y'all,
hear.
thank you so much for joining, man. This is the It's Mental podcast. We a little short. The whole squad ain't here tonight, but that's why I got a whole squad, because when life happens and they got responsibilities, stuff they got to do, we still here. We still
She's still
talking,
here.
and we still gonna make sure that we got a nice show to put together for y'all. Hey, Denny Mo, check this. I made my first $25 on Facebook.
Oh, I saw that. So about like the podcast, like how did they do it?
Bruh, I don't even know, but they sent it to me.
You don't even know.
I'm grateful.
Because I
Yeah,
want
I'll
to
take
do
my
like set up the DJ thing. What if we set up the DJ thing? We be DJing. Can we do that too? I know Stitch has their thing.
yeah.
If
It's
anybody on here
Twitch.
knows how to,
Twitch.
if you broadcast Twitch, yeah. If anybody knows how to broadcast and they making money, share it with us, man, so we all can share the love. I guess
Yeah.
we all trying to get the funds coming in anyway, but also
Anyway, multiple
share the
streams.
talent.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Once again, man, thank you so much for everybody joining us. Again, please share, say what's up to me in the comments, say hello, say hi, speak to me, let me know you here so we can get this show rolling. I want to speak back. I want y'all to talk back to us so y'all can get y'all input, y'all can get y'all questions. We want y'all to be interactive. This is our show, but it ain't no show without y'all. We want to know what's on y'all mind and what's on y'all thoughts. So first off, like I said, welcome to the ItsMENtal Podcast. I'm the DJ BENZI. I got my boy Denny Mo on here. The rest of the
MC DJ
squad,
Denny Mo
MC DJ, real estate, camera installer,
installing cameras.
motorcycle rider.
He said,
Graham,
"Real."
yeah. So yeah, man, we on here, man, and make sure y'all tag somebody, bro. Is that Chad? Okay, Chad, you got the old school picture up. What up, man? Appreciate you for chiming in, bro. Man, y'all can comment, ask questions. We're gonna talk a little bit tonight, and really, this for the fellas. Wait, we got somebody else chiming in.
For the fellas.
for the fellas.
Hey, shout to the I'm a Rams fan, but shout to the Eagles helping me beat the heck out of somebody to be in second place in my fantasy league. Shout to Jalen Hurts and the Eagles defense and whoever else I got on.
Yeah. Hey, Dodgers, Yankees World Series. I'm excited for
World
that too,
Series,
man. It's coming
baby.
up.
Hey, remember when I moved to Atlanta and then the Braves won the World Series, and I said everywhere I move, we going to the finals. We going to the World Series.
I hope this helps.
I'm telling you, watch. I'm back home in LA and we going.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. So yeah, man, we're gonna get into our show tonight, man. We got a few topics we want to talk about tonight. And we're just gonna ride through them. I was hoping the ladies was able to hop on, and
we'll see the ladies to ask some questions. Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll see if the ladies can hop on later. Shai said she's gonna come. I haven't heard from Leah. She might have some stuff going on. Cliff said he's gonna jump on, but we're gonna see what it do and make sure we keep the thing rolling. So
got my notes.
Yeah, get some notes, man. So I had a question. It was actually from a female that had a question that hit my inbox, right? So or my text messages, right? And she basically asked me, she's like, I want the fellas to talk about if they meet a woman, right? If you're dating and you meet a woman, right? And she says she's celibate, is that a turn off when you meet her? Not that she's a virgin.
Answer that?
She's yeah.
That's a twofold thing. The answer because it's never a turn off for me because I've been a Christian, even though I've been a heathen at the same time at times being a Christian. So I mean, we keep it a buck, right?
Yeah.
So there are times I have been celibate in relationships, and it may have been my choice, may have been her choice. But if you're not a person who's in that belief system, that may cause a problem because it depends on where the man's mental. His mental and stamina. God, what am I trying to say? Like, where's his mind at when it comes to his sexuality and his drive? You know what I'm saying? Does he need it where he's just because if you hold out on him, he may dip. If he's not there, but if this man lets you know, hey, I'm not there with you on that. You can't force him into a relationship that you want to be celibate and he don't want to. So you got to start, lady. You got to discern the red flag and say, okay, I just told this man that this is where I am. He is not there with me. We're going to have a conversation on, do we let this go until you fulfill what you got to fulfill and then you can come back, or I bounce?
Now, so what I've heard, because I know a few brothers probably two brothers that met girls and said they were celibate, right? They met the girls. Matter of fact, one of the brothers, Cliff, he not on. When he met his wife, she was celibate, right? So I would love for him to talk to that when they was dating, right? But like, so when you meet a chick and she's celibate, most dudes, right, mature men are gonna be like, okay, cool, right? All right, you let.
I don't know if that's true. Most dudes,
but it depends. It depends on where, like you said, your mindset. If you're looking for a relationship, like I'm dating you for a relationship, then they might think, okay, we'll see if they ready to settle down and look for something serious. But if you're just out there having fun, of course, right? If you're out there having fun, trying to see, can I date this one this week? Date this one next week?
That's different.
That's different. They're not gonna wait around for her to decide is she ready to break that pack of celibacy, right?
But the question need to be, is he an immature jerk because he says I don't want to wait? When just because he might be a mature man, might make good money, might take care of his kids, might, love his family, his mom and them. But he says, hey, I'm not a celibate type of guy. That's just not me. Hell, there's a lot of people in church that ain't celibate type of people. So we can judge that man on that. So let's keep it a buck. So do she get the right to say, you know what, you're a jerk, you're an a-hole because I want to be celibate and you don't? Hey, but then now he has to say, hey, then this ain't the relationship for me.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this though. Let's say he moved forward with her, right? Let's say first date she mentions I'm celibate. He like, cool. They still have a good date. They go on a couple more dates. They start really vibing. They start liking each other. You know what I'm saying? They starting to really feel each other. And let's say 3 months have passed, and he like, I know you said you were celibate, but I'm starting to feel you in this way, right? She like, no, I don't want to know it. Okay, they still dating. He bring it up again. He bring it up a third time, basically to the point like, look, I need this. Like, you tripping. I need this. And she like, no. And they break up. Then now she's calling him a jerk. She's calling him a jerk because she told him from the start and now he's wanting it because now he has some feelings, emotions, some real intimacy towards her, and she's still telling him, no, I'm celibate. How
she has that right. She has
the
that
right to call him a jerk at that point.
It's not about any. No, she has that right to stay with what she's going to be staying celibate.
But is he a jerk at that point,
though? He's not a jerk because he never said, "Okay, I'm going to be celibate too." At the same time, every man is still in the breakdown period. I want you, so okay, I'm agreeing with you. Right. You know, he might say, I don't pay for the first 6 dates, but on the first day she expects him to pay. Now, is she a jerk because she expects it? And I told you I don't want to. No, it's that, hey, this is what I'm used to. So hey, I want you to pay for the first 6 days. So hey, I'm looking for sex on the 7th date. You know, most of the time it's 2 weeks. You know, it's true. Keep it a buck. When they come at you with the celibacy, it takes 2-3 weeks to break them down. So, are you truly celibate? Because now your discernment need to be much more stronger than just a man that's telling you, "Okay, I'll go with your way," because you know that man ain't gonna. He gonna try to break you down. Let's keep it 100, ladies. Yeah. You know a man is gonna try to get it. He's gonna be smooth. He's gonna be nice. He's gonna be cool. He's gonna get you to everything. But if you are true, if you know you're gonna break down in month 1, don't play the game of I'm celibate. Don't fool yourself. You're gonna break down. Take 2 weeks. Get out of here.
No,
but if you are true to it, then you need the discernment of, is this man, if he says, okay, well, we can try that. What do you mean try? I'm saying this is who I am.
Yeah.
I need you not to try. I need you to be there too. Because then you're not equally yoked.
Now, what responsibility does that man have to help her with her celibacy?
He has no responsibility.
No responsibility. Okay.
That's her job. And if he leave, hey, go get the man that's ready, because you're passing up a lot of men that are celibate, but they're boring to you.
Yeah.
They don't have that suave. You want that ninja. You want that suave. I've heard them, man. Remember they used to say this, I want a corporate thug. What the hell is a corporate thug?
Yeah. But see,
so no.
Here's the thing. I say this all the time. I told my wife, I said, I probably could never, ever be a pastor, because if I see couples dating that want to get married just to have sex, I'm gonna be like, just go have sex, okay? Go have sex and repent.
Get it over with. Repent.
Get it over with. Don't go into a whole marriage just because you feel convicted about the sex. Because all you're gonna do, you lusting anyway. So whatever.
And you're making a bad decision.
You're making a bad decision, a whole life decision, because you want to get it in. Like I know Paul said, better to burn with, what did he say?
Better to marry than to burn.
Right. Better to marry than to burn. I'm sorry. I'm not saying Paul's
wrong. It ain't better
to
marry.
I'm not saying Apostle Paul's wrong, but Apostle BENZI said, go get it in and don't go get married.
Yeah, well, back in them days, they also married young women.
Absolutely.
So they were virgins.
Yes, they were virgins.
We don't have virgins these days.
No, they were like 14, 15.
So they just as horny as we are,
if not more.
Tell a woman you celibate and Christian celibate. Watch how fast they spreads like. I'm not calling it rubber, but watch how fast they spread out of there. Hey, what? That's all they're talking about now. Women are nasty. Women, you ever been in women's conversation? They say, man, women talk about men. They what? I can't listen.
They nasty. Some women's nastier than us.
Okay, but to that woman who's celibate, she know the difference between that man she don't need to date and him being the one she just want to because she's intrigued, but she don't need to because she know. And if she Christian, she should be led by the Holy Spirit anyway.
But see, that's the thing. I don't even want to limit it to.
I know
Christians, because a lot of women, especially if you did your thing back in the day, they went, "Oh, I'm celibate now. I just, I want to get in touch with myself. I don't want to make." I'm celibate. No, which is, understand. I got it. You want to make better decisions sexually. You don't want to just let anybody have it. I got it. Whether you saved or not saved, Christian, not Christian, whether you do it.
You're a human being. You're a person.
You're a human being, and you decide, you know what? I want to abstain from sex and build an intimate connection with someone. I think that's okay. It's admirable, right? And if you do slip up and have sex with a person, I don't think you should beat yourself up about it, right?
And so if the man tells the freak, I like you and I want to date you, but I don't want to have sex. Is she considered the jerk because she does?
Hey, you want to know what? The way I used to get them back in the day,
Lord.
I tell them, no, I don't want to have sex with you. No. We nah.
Don't tell the secret of back in the 90s and early 2000s, man. You can't tell that secret. They knew we was lying.
Oh, they was like, really? Like really reject them. Like, no. I want to get to know you more.
Like, honestly, though, there's the game of it, and then there's the truth of it.
There's the truth of it, exactly.
You know, it comes men come to a point, and nobody gets to put an age on when that man matures. Man comes to a point where he says, okay, I'm gonna stop dating because I don't just want you to be dating any old body. I don't want to just be taking you out to dinner, and I don't even digging you like that. I don't want to work myself up to have sex with you. I mean, shoot, the older we get, you know, and if y'all married, that's like 4th of July. Once
we gotta talk about that.
We got CMEs, Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter. You get your
talk about that too.
But you don't have to be a hole man to tell a woman I don't want to, and I don't want to date you.
Yeah,
it is not you.
Ooh.
I'm not dating because that's not my headspace.
Right? I don't even want to date you. Man, I want to hear from y'all in the comments.
It's not
y'all watching in the comments. Hold on, if y'all watching in the comments, talk to me. What y'all think? I want to hear.
Yeah, I was trying to get in your comments.
From y'all in the comments. They haven't even said nothing really too much in the comments, but I want to hear from y'all in the comments. Let me know what y'all. Oh, here we go. This is who I was waiting.
We got him.
We got him.
Okay.
We got him now. Okay.
Because I couldn't find it in your comments, and I didn't want to.
Yeah, there we go. Caesar.
What up?
All right, so look, so right now, this is what we're talking about. Yeah, we.
Oh, there we go. There you go.
Yeah, we hear you. So look, we talking about dating a woman that says she's celibate, right? Or even a man that says they're celibate and dating, right? So when you first met Shy, right, your wife, and you mentioned this before on the podcast, so I'm just saying it. She was celibate, right?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that was my nickname for her. Before y'all even knew each other, I was like, celibate. I used to call her celibate,
yeah.
Right? So, matter of fact, she was saved in my phone as celibate back then. So, how was that? How did you approach that as a man who wasn't celibate at the time? I don't know.
You nasty thing, you.
How did you approach that? What was your first mindset when you heard that?
Shoot. At the time, I wasn't. At the time, I had just not just started, but I was like barely walking with God good enough, so I understood what came with being celibate. So when I was told she was celibate, well, when she told me she was celibate, it didn't shock me. It was more so like, be honest. First time I was like, damn, I ain't getting none. I gotta work.
We just talked about that, Benzi. That's a man's truth. That's a man's truth. He's not a jerk for that. He ain't no a-hole for that.
That was the first thought. Then the second thought.
Shy is in the building. What's up, Shy?
Uh-oh, now it's a party.
We got Shy in the building.
But go ahead, Cliff.
Oh, yeah, keep going, my bad.
He was like, oh, shoot, I ain't gonna get none. Okay.
Yeah. So I knew I had to work. Then I was like, nah, man, what am I thinking, man? This is what's supposed to happen. You know, if I want something different, I gotta do different things. You know what I'm saying? So, I was up for the challenge. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. You know. So that's what it was, man. It was just knowing that it's gonna be something different and knowing that, like, hey, if you want something else, you gotta do something else. You know, like you can't have that same mentality as you did before walking into somebody that's celibate, because none of the things you're gonna say is gonna work.
Yeah,
like desperate, you know. But other than that, yeah, that was good to be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we had talked about Clip before you got on, and he wanted you to jump on early with it.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
We hear you. We don't see you now.
Yeah, we don't see you now. We saw you.
I was just saying, like the ladies who decide to be celibate, make sure that's what you're doing, and you don't expect, you know the man. There's gonna be a man that try to break you down, and then there's gonna be that man who's either gonna respect it or tell you, hey, that's not where I'm at, and you got to be discerning enough to know that I got to leave this dude alone because eventually I might fall to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not there. But if the man comes like, yo, and it doesn't mean he's not mature, it just means that's not where he's at. But if the man says, hey, you know what, I'm down with that, and this is what I want because I want you, then y'all can take that journey together. Neither one of them is a jerk. It just means one man's head is there, pause, no diddy, and the other man's mindset is there.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and I think so. All right. So give me a little more, Cliff. So y'all dating, right? Y'all dating, y'all moving forward. Was there ever a point like, whoo, I don't know if I know if I can hold out. I don't know if I could, you know what I mean?
There was a point. There was a point. It was good. It was good until so I met Shy in 2012. And then we lasted until, well, she lasted until.
I need to cover my ears. I'm young.
No, it's just crazy that I lasted until 2014 December. So I ended up cheating because I couldn't handle it any longer. You know what I'm saying? Like, just true. Then I had an ex that was just, basically just willing,
ready, just here,
just ready,
yeah.
So I fell for the bait, and then but obviously we worked it out. Long story short, we're 9 years in. After the fact, how would you suggest, let's say a man, in our age, mid-30s, early 40s, whatever, they dating and they run across a woman that's celibate, right? But they like this woman. They really want to get to know this woman, but they know they can't go a whole year and wait for this. What do they do? Like, seriously, what do you do? Pray.
What if they're not Christian?
Fair. What if they ain't Christian? Maybe
they don't do that.
She's just holding out because
if you're not Christian, don't even holler.
Hey, walk away, man.
Don't walk away.
Please, late.
Walk away.
What if she's not Christian and she's just I'm holding out because I want to.
She might as well be Christian.
I mean, yeah.
What are you wasting?
Yeah, because if you're saving yourself for marriage, that's a Christian move. But I'll go along.
She's not saving herself for marriage. She just, let's just say, she was stop boxing in her 20s, and then 30 came around. She's like, you know what? I'm just not gonna give it to nobody. I'm until somebody hold me down.
Well, if we're not speaking Christian wise.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people out there that's not, and I want to be.
They just need to put in the work, man. They can't be the same OG. You know what I'm saying? They can't do something different because it ain't gonna work. Because a girl who's celibate already got her mind made up. Ain't nothing you can do that's gonna talk them out them draws, unless you know what I'm saying. Like,
unless she's not truly celibate.
Yeah, unless she's not truly celibate.
Now, I'll say this. Yeah, you talking about them 30s. They can beat all that celibate in their 30s, but they hit them 40s, boy. They're coming out of that. There's many of them come out of that celibate thing. They did this old 30s thing. And we're not talking about Christian. I'm talking about they did this 30 thing to say, okay, I don't want to be promiscuous and then find a man and then he, I'm blown out or he, he realized that I done went through the crew. So they will hold themselves because they thinking really, I want a husband. Right? But if they don't get a husband by 40, boy, they back in the game. Savage. Being that dude is like, well, bro, we could have did just like, come on, girl, we could have did this 3 years ago. Would you? You gonna go back?
Right. There you go, Shy. I see you.
Yeah,
you hear us? Shy.
Ooh.
Hey, you keep saying Shy, and that's my wife's name. I'm looking.
Hey, I almost got confused, dog. I wanted to put that on camera.
Who's green hair? Come on, green hair.
I almost got confused. We can't hear you, Shy.
Can't hear you, Shy.
For those who are listening, that Shy under me is not my wife.
Oh yeah, that's not the wife. That's not celibate Shy. That's not celibate. Like, I mean, she might be celibate. I don't know. I ain't gonna speak for her, but yeah, I don't know what's
her audio.
I don't know. She was good. She'll figure it out. All right.
Do the non-video and audio.
Yeah, I don't know. So let me ask you this thing. Since Cliff, you mentioned there was a mishap, right?
Yeah.
Mishap that happened. I mean, okay, cheating is wrong, right? And I'm gonna get to.
I thought you said we wasn't doing the personal stories with it.
Well, we could do a personal story. Why
okay. That's what you had texted me before. Like, I don't want to go personal.
No, I'm saying I do want y'all to go personal. What you mean?
Oh, I thought you. Okay, my bad.
So yeah, so you cheated, right, or whatever, or you messed up, you slipped up, right? So Denny Mo, someone else had asked me what caused, or Denny Mo, you said this.
That was my major topic question, is to tell women why men cheat and to give the explanation without them shutting it down, because it's still you got cheated on. So regardless of what you want to believe, you can listen to our answers, or you can keep going the way you want and get cheated on.
So what makes men cheat, or what do you think? What causes the man to cheat? So for Cliff said he just couldn't wait. This is through dating. He just couldn't wait. He couldn't wait as long as he thought he could wait out. He was struggling, and then someone else was throwing it at him. You're already struggling because who I really want is right here, and who I really want ain't gonna give it to me. But this one right here is like this. So
that's a toughie, because the celibacy thing, that's a whole nother, that's a toughie.
It's why men cheat, or why, I ain't gonna say all men, but why most men cheat is because it's just the case for my instance. For my case, I'm gonna speak for me. At a time, it is I want to say this correctly. It is it's easier to get outside sex than it is to your in-home at house sex.
I've been seeing that all over social media, brother. I've been seeing it. They've been talking about it.
Bro,
why is that the case?
It's
you
have to work harder. You have to work harder at home to get our needs met than do outside of the home. So men cheat because it's easier to just go wham bam, thank you, ma'am, get our needs met, instead of coming home and they're like, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta bring home the bacon, you gotta cook, you gotta clean, you gotta whatever, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, oh, I got a headache, oh, not tonight, blah, you know what I'm saying? Like, go through all of that, but then, you know, or I just did I'm work, I'm tired, I took care of the kids, about all that is well and cool, but that puts a lot of like resistance on a man to where like you got some chick at the strip club or some chick you met at the club that's like, hey, just come through, I got you, you know.
Or at work.
Or
at the grocery store. Or
wherever.
Whatever.
Yeah, on the Blade, 27th Avenue in Indian Street. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Man, they still be out there?
Bro, it is. I do
Figueroa.
Yeah, we'll talk about it offline. Yeah. I ain't never.
Right. But I'm saying, you see them when you drive.
Yeah, I see them when I do DoorDash and all that. You know what I'm
saying? Because I know you're gonna get a lot of kickback from this, and I want it definitely because you opened up that door for Cliff. I'm gonna keep it red-nosed reindeer buck. You're gonna see it through the snow. It comes down to behaviors, comfortability. For him doing the celibacy thing, yeah, you can slip up. I'll leave that over there. Right. But there are men who are in sexual relationships with their wife or their lady, and they're still dipping in it. And I don't buy into that used to be the old thing of new is better than old situation. New gushy is better than old gushy. No. That's not always the case. Okay.
No.
But I will say it like this: when a woman gets comfortable with her man, when a woman begins to want things her way, when a woman sees a man as a provider only, then she starts removing the intimacy out of their relationship. And then I call them that she becomes a bully. She starts degrading a man, and I've seen it in family relationships. I've seen it in my own relationships. I've seen it elsewhere where it's like this man. And I want to preface this with, we understand we irritate the hell out of women. We still don't know what the hell we doing to irritate them. But there's something that makes y'all angry at us as soon as we walk in the door. And so we still have not mastered that. And maybe that's a master class that somebody who's mastered it can teach us how not to make your girl angry. So when you walk in the door, she ain't right there at you. Well, because this right here is not the business.
So I think my experience has been a little different. I don't think it's always anger. I think
not just anger. I'm
just saying this. I think in a marriage relationship or let's say long-term living together relationship, a man, our job is we naturally want to keep this woman happy, right? So we're providing for her. We're taking care of things financially. We're trying to give her whatever she needs. We're trying to make sure, she wants this, I'm going to try to make this happen. You want it like that, I'm going to try to make this happen. I'm trying to make sure you're safe, you're protected, finances, you don't have to worry about your hair done, your nails done, your clothes is right. You want to travel, whatever the case may be, because I'm the man and you, right, I'm trying to make sure you have everything you say you want to have. But at some point, I feel like women get comfortable in thinking that this man is doing everything for me that I've never experienced before, but I don't have to do everything for him anymore.
Yep.
I no longer have to do the things that I did to get this man. I'm comfortable with him doing everything for me. It's almost like that old thing that they used to say, happy wife, happy life. But what about the husband? What about the man? Who is making sure that this man is taken care of? Who's making sure that this man's needs are taken care of? I talked to my homeboy this week. I was at a little birthday party, and he said he's been married probably 15 years. And he was telling me, he was like, man, my thing for you, he's like, the thing I do to make sure I keep the peace in my house is I learn one phrase. Okay, babe. He was
yes, like, dear.
Yeah, right. Yes, dear. He said he learned that. And he said that, just to keep her happy, make sure you keep her happy and make sure y'all spend time together, do all these moments. I said, but what about your needs? I said, what about our needs as husbands? He's like, oh, you're never going to get your needs met from your wife. That's what he told me.
That from a lot of old men who've been married.
A lot of men say that. But every married man I've talked to has said that in one way, shape, or form. Even some men that's been in long-term relationships that are not married. Why is that the case? Why is it?
Can I tell you what 50 Cent said? 50 Cent said, he posted, I'm never going to get married because if my job is just to give to you and provide your lifestyle, what's the point of getting married? What am I getting from you?
Ooh, look at this comment. Ashley said, women often feel like they've won at some point. I call it the mission complete syndrome. Ooh. But we still have to put it. Woo!
Who is Ashley Michelle Ellen?
And then Manira.
Ashley.
Manira, they just went over your comment.
No, she was actually talking to. I kind of commented for her.
We ain't listening to Manira.
I like Manira.
We ain't listening to Manira.
I know me. True. All women don't start bullying or degrading men. That's what she said. So I kind of spoke to that.
Saying, don't start bullying, but end up bullying. There's two different.
No, that's not true.
You can't say that's not true when you have to take it from the man's perspective. So your answer, see, you can't say that's not true. How many times have you dated?
You are taking it from. So what I notice is what I notice is when I know couples, right? Mm-hmm. It's usually one out of the two that I like. I don't ever like really both of them.
Hey, she got a point there.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's usually one a-hole with one person that is, tolerable or cool. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why. It's like a battery, like the positive meet the negative, seems like. So while you're saying that you attract a certain type of woman, you got women like moi who attract a certain type of man.
Well, we're not talking about who you attract. We talking about when the man decides to cheat. Women cheat too. They're very good at it.
But I'm not even talking about cheat. We're not even going. I done kind of went past the cheating. I want to talk about, because Cliff brought up a topic. He basically was saying how it's easier to go out and get your needs met than to get your needs met at home, where you've sown seed, where you've sown your blood, sweat, and tears, where you've committed yourself, where you pay bills at, where you're protecting. That's what Cliff said. So that's why I brought up how a friend of mine said a husband is never going to get his needs met by his wife.
100%. But you also, what I'm trying to say is, okay, I acknowledge that, and I acknowledge what you're saying. What I'm saying is, you also have women who are at home supporting men who don't want to work or half-ass work, who don't want to do this, who don't want to do that, who see in you what you don't see in yourself, who support you for years and years. You get what I'm saying? So you also have women who are doing the same thing.
Wait,
so you cannot. That's not a gender thing. That's a character thing.
But that's another topic.
It's not.
No, she should leave this Nick alone.
It's not. Same thing with you. Leave that chick alone if she don't support you in your dreams. Why are you there? Like he said, like BENZI said, blood, sweat, and tears. Why are you there putting blood, sweat, and tears into a relationship that's not working? Not all women are like that. Yes, Manira, that's my girl.
I want to agree with you, Shy. I do. I really do. But we're not like you're dope, and I really will. But this is probably one of the answers I absolutely disagree with you on. We're not hearing women saying they're not getting their needs met. We're not hearing women complain about guys not giving them sex or guys not giving them pleasure or like coming home and like
or money,
not getting what their need. We're hearing this from the guys. This is a 98% guy thing.
Yeah,
I disagree. You're saying that your need is your need. So you're saying your need is sexual. Of course, you're a man, but we have needs as well. So I know women who are in relationships with men who are not fulfilling their needs, whatever their needs are.
So to your point, Shy.
No, we're not just saying just sexual.
He just said not giving them sex.
No, that was just one portion of it. What I said was there's also a point of coming home and dealing with the woman, the behavior coming towards you, as well as intimacy, not just sex, but intimacy. That
no,
but and now this woman flirts with me at TGI Fridays, but you don't flirt with me no more. You don't say that's. You tell our son.
I'm agreeing with you.
You tell our son. That's my big man right there. But you don't say that to me.
Jenny Mo, you're not hearing me agree. I am agreeing. What I'm saying is it's not a gender issue.
But
because you have women do the same thing.
I think we are off context because the context was about sex.
Well, I came in late. I'm sorry.
No. So let me bring context, Cliff. Let me bring context to this.
Okay.
No, the context.
So the context is this: is you have a good man. Let's establish the roles. You have a good man who's taking care of home. He's a good man. He's taking care of home. He works. He takes care of the kids. He comes home every day. He provides. He's doing everything he's supposed to be as a man. He's giving you everything and more than what you could have expected to be taken care of as a woman, as a wife, as a girlfriend, whatever the role is in that home. But at some point, just like Ashley said earlier, she gets what word she used? Mission complete syndrome. She's at a place of, I completed the mission. I got the man. He's here. He married me. He's taking care of me as a husband. But now I don't have to make sure his needs are met as a man. I ain't talking about the bum dudes. I ain't talking about the dudes that ain't got no job, that ain't got don't make no money, that play video. I'm not talking about them dudes. Yeah. We talking about men. Those are boys. We talking about men, real men. So that's why I'm saying that real men husbands, especially that I've talked to, are not getting their needs met at home. They're just not. And what happens to cause that?
I feel you, Benny. I think what I'm trying to say is I know a lot of women who are unmarried who offer all of that. You get what I'm saying?
That's what we're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're married to a woman, you're there with a relationship or in the home with a woman who's not offering that for you, but there's women who do offer that. You get what I'm saying? So I think that positive negative thing is true. I really do. I think that positive negative thing is so true. I really do.
Hey, Shy, how many men have them single women passed up that were boring because he was boring?
Well, how many women have you passed up because they didn't have an ass?
You can answer a question with a question.
No.
I'm saying it happens on both sides. That's my point. It's not a gender thing.
The question was, why do men
and you
cheat?
can be boring.
The question was, why do men cheat? Okay, why do women cheat?
You can be boring. You asked me this question. Why would you pass up a man because he's boring? You can be boring. I mean, why would you want to date someone who's boring?
Right.
That's the true thing.
You wholesome man. You done had a kid with him. He take care of his kids. He's just boring.
But if he's boring, and that's not your speak, because there was this thing on the Pop the Balloon. I'm always talking about Pop the Balloon.
He go to work and come home, and you mad because he don't stay in the street.
There was this thing on the internet where the man said she went down the line, right? And everybody was talking about how they have these jobs. They talked about their 9-to-5s, and they also talked about their hobbies and the extracurricular things that they do. And the one man just said, I'm a truck driver. And she popped his balloon. And everybody be giving the girl flack because they like, truck drivers make money. But she said that was boring. Like, you didn't engage me in what you do. You didn't engage me. What do you do outside of just a truck driver? Or do you have aspirations in going into dispatching? Do you have aspirations in on your own truck? He was boring. And I felt her. I was like, I wouldn't want to be with somebody who was boring just because he's a hard worker. You're boring. We're not going to have no fun. I'm about damn laughs. What am I going to do?
Let me read the comments,
the man have a kid by him and then be mad because he's boring.
Let me read the comments real quick. Let me go to the comment section. We got our people got saying a lot right now. So Chris said, the grass isn't always greener on the other side of the fence. It's where you water your grass. I like that. KC, what up? I know who that is. She said maybe it speaks to the person you pick. That's a possibility. Rhonda, she said
yes.
It needs to be a commitment on both parts, not just one part. And then also to what I think. Well, what? Oh, she said, well, I've been with the man for 20 years and never cheated on himself. Everybody do not cheat. Mimi said, come on, Chris. She said, oh, we out here. She said, women may complain about it to you. Wait, women may not complain about it to you. So also, like she said, also there needs to be communication on what each other's needs are. Can't assume a woman wants to be wined and dined, and doing so is meeting her needs.
Exactly, that's true.
Let's put this into perspective.
You got to know what a person's needs are.
Benzi, you know how I was with Alicia.
Yeah,
I was what?
Alicia.
I was that dude.
Right.
Work.
You was that dude.
Work.
Come home.
The kids.
Yeah.
Come home.
Mm-hmm.
Kicked it with the guys when, I wasn't like at home or, you know what I'm saying? Like after all my stuff was done, basically.
Right.
Went to church. Didn't like make any moves. I wasn't on any other chicks. But how many times I was complaining about my sexual life, bro?
Mm-hmm.
With this woman. Like, it's in the beginning, the first 2-3 years, it was rabbits.
Yeah.
It was like, it's not about who you pick or how you pick them. It's like, you got to keep what you kept doing when you first started. Like, it's not about grass is greener. And I get that, Chris. It's not about grass is greener. Like, sometimes you put in the work and like it works for a couple years, and then like that other person just don't work no more.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It just don't work no more.
Because they possess the ability because they gave it to you at first, right?
At first it was beautiful,
right?
And then it just got like weird.
Right.
That's true. And I'm going to always, what I'm going to do is I'm going to always, since I'm the only woman out here, I'm going to always big up women. And you always hear these men, I'm not saying it's y'all, I'm saying certain men say, you a single mom, and they blame the woman. Why are you a single mom? Oh, you got woman's intuition, but it didn't help with picking your baby daddy. And it's the same. What I'm trying to say is, it's the same on both ends. Yeah, he was wonderful at first. I thought we could have a family. Yes, we had a child, because I heard Denny Mo say, well, why'd you have a baby by him? That's the same thing that we see on this end. Yes, I thought this, and this about this person. Yes, it was great the first year in. Yeah. Okay. Hey.
So no, I agree with you. Trust me, 100%.
I see some more comments. I'm going to give you some more comments here.
Can you read that, son Taylor? But
you saw somebody that agree with you.
Hold on. I'm going to get there. Let me keep going so everybody's comments. Rhonda said again.
Ashley's my people.
Hold on. It says men don't take into consideration. It could be kids involved. Sometimes you may be tired. It could be a couple of reasons why women ain't giving it up when a man come home. Did a man ever think about, it's a sob story? I don't know. I don't understand what she's saying. But then Mimi says, I believe when it comes to sex in a relationship, we as women need to get rid of the word no and all of the excuses.
Y'all flirting with each other.
Ashley says, needs are also sometimes overshadowed by priorities. Women's being nurturers can easily mislabel family priorities as the need of their partner. That's good. Oh, Bonnie's son Taylor, okay, says, is that man supposed to leave her, or is she supposed to step it up? Woo! That's a good question, because a lot of people say it's the woman you pick. It's the woman you pick. It's the woman. It speaks to the woman you pick. Well, is he supposed to just leave her because his needs aren't being met for a season?
Right.
Or is she supposed to step it up?
I picked a woman. She was great in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Then it just got weird, and I left. You know what I'm saying? Like, I left. Biblically, I would say, it wasn't just like, and busy. It was times that I forgave and blah blah blah, and did the work, go back, try to fix it. But after like a while of like you not getting what you need as a man, right? Something got to give.
Yeah.
Can a man sit a woman down and say, "Hey, let's have this conversation. This is what I'm not receiving from you."
Yeah, absolutely.
And I can't go forward without being called an asshole.
Yeah, but you also have to say
being called.
But you also have to say, like, what can I do to assist this problem that we're having? You also have to put yourself in the equation. What can I do to make this better?
So speak to the ladies, because we're not hearing that.
You're not hearing that statement?
When we say, hey, this ain't coming in.
But I think
this and that.
It's how it's presented, right?
Exactly.
You can't attack her because she's going to get on the defensive. You have to make sure it's a good time, the relationship, the energy between the two of you are good, and you can say, hey, I'm really struggling with XYZ. I'm not getting enough of XYZ. What can I do to help you give me what I need?
Yeah.
Is there something that you're not getting? If everything's
good on your end, I want to have a conversation with you right now. I want to talk to you about it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, you said it.
Yeah.
Can I give you a personal on that? I sat a lady down and I said, if it continues this way,
Lord,
if it continues this way,
that's condescending already, bro.
Already. She feels threatened.
No. I'm sorry. I said, let's have a conversation. I'm going to say my piece. You say your piece. Let's not overtalk each other. And we had a decent adult conversation. It was one of the first I've ever been able to have. And I said, hey, this is what I feel I'm missing. This is what I feel is happening. Then after I gave her all of that, I said, if it continues, I'm afraid that I'm going to be turned away. And then eventually I'm going to walk away. That was how I did it. What came out of that was, I can't believe you think I'm that way. You can't believe I think you that way. Wait a minute. How about, damn, that's how you feel? Man, let me do some self-reflection. When do you self-reflect?
Did you have?
No, I go to my therapist. Your therapist is not your self-reflection. Self-reflection.
Yeah.
Not the two of us reflecting on me. Yeah. Self-reflection. If that man tells you, it comes to you, you got, and that's an adult. You got to be adult enough to receive it, self-reflect, and say, hey, well, this is some issues I got. And he got to be the adult enough to receive it and say, then we either fix it or we can't. That's my piece. I'm going to get my.
I think Chris and Ashley are saying the same thing on their comments when they're talking about the vetting process. And so Ashley talked about the vetting process. Chris talked about the vetting process, and then Ashley talked about you don't know that person in the first year. You don't really know that person. You know, like what we call the representative.
No, I was with this person for 8 years.
Vetting the person. Yeah, in your particular, I'm just saying in general, I think a lot of times we don't vet, and it's not really a time process all the time. It's the questions that we ask. Are we asking the proper questions? Like, are we asking, are we waiting to see what this person looks like when they're angry? Are we asking, what are their priorities? I think that was my question for tonight. Like, what else? What are your first priorities or values in the dating process or with a partner? Like, I don't think that people ask me that in a dating process. They tell me how attractive I am, which I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? And we flirt, which is awesome. I feel those feelings, you know, that we feel physically. But when it comes down to it as an adult, even at our age, people are not asking those questions. They're not asking the important questions. And now we're involved, or maybe a baby is involved, or whatever it is. And now we're looking back over the last 5 or so years and going, what happened? Well, nothing happened. We didn't do what we need to do in the beginning. You get what I'm saying?
That's true. But I think also you got to look at extended relationships, right? The questions that I ask at 27, 28, 29, 30 even may not be who you are at 40, right? That's a big gap. You're talking 10 to 15 years old. So now you're 40 and you got set in these, sex once every 2 weeks is okay. But when you was 28, and you was giving it up 2-3 times a day, and I didn't have to ask. I'm sitting back playing the game, and you just going to town. You know what I'm saying? You going to town.
What is this?
But listen, though, a man's mind, that's not supposed to stop.
That's my agreement.
That's not supposed to stop. It started.
Those are gang signs.
Yeah. In a man's mind, that's where it started. That's where it's going to continue. In my mind, you're going to continue to make an effort to keep that up, regardless of what may go on in our lives. Yes, we understand kids. Yes, we understand you get headaches. Yes, we understand you're tired. But it should not be this drastic drop off of where I don't even feel wanted by you anymore. I don't even feel desired by you anymore. I don't even know if you're turned on by me anymore.
Yeah, if a man doesn't feel desired by the woman he loves or with, it's a wrap. They're stepping out. That's it. Like
that's it, Cliff.
We just want to be desired by the one we want.
You said it, but you know it takes a long time for something to check out mentally. Benzi, it takes a long time to check out mentally. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, notice the signs ahead of time. Like, if it's an energy thing, once we have babies, you're saying, yes, they're babies. You don't have to have them. That's a whole process. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm pregnant for 9 months. My body changes. I might be breastfeeding for the next year. You get what I'm saying? It's certain things. I can't even drink my alcohol. I can't drink my wine. I can't drink my tequila. You get what I'm saying? For a whole 2 years. Okay. Y'all don't realize that. Things are different. So,
oh my God,
we get told that often. Trust me. I've dated a lot of
women. You have to have empathy for it. You know, you don't go through it.
We have empathy for 9 months. Y'all can't even have empathy for one day of a bad day that we have.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who you dating anymore.
I dated school women. Listen, is it okay for a man to reject a woman?
You say school women?
That's what I thought you said too.
That's what I heard.
Slew of women. Slew is an
old slew.
You young people.
That might be your issue. Why don't you focus on one night woman?
I'm 47. I've dated a lot of women since 13. So y'all in y'all 30s, y'all
Hey,
y'all
Shy, I wanted
gonna change.
I wanted to like back up and talk about what you just mentioned. I think as a real man, if a woman is pregnant and her body changing is going through all of that, I don't think that's the part we're talking about here.
No, that's not the part.
Like, I think if your body, we know that, like the FUPA, all of that, we don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know your body changing. We know you're going through a time of period. And we know it's at least going to be 2 years before everything starts to reset again.
Yeah,
that's just the mind. That's what real men should know.
Right. Absolutely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm not getting at least for like a good 8 months after birth. You know what I'm saying? So, but
and you have men that don't think that way, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Y'all are good. You have to be intentional.
Y'all are good.
Intentionality is knowing that I have to be there during that time. But what we're talking about is the rejection period. Let's say there's no kids involved.
Okay.
And you with your partner for 4 or 5 years, y'all are okay on a kind of a routine for the first 3, but then year number 4, it's like it's sex every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks, or sometimes, it's not. Let's not just say sex, just intimacy period. You know what I'm saying? There's no holding hands, there's no kissing.
That's what I'm trying to say.
There's no sitting on the couch watching movies.
We need another woman out here.
Like, intimacy to me, sometimes I just like sitting on the couch watching the movie with my girl. You know what I'm saying? Or we don't get to do that a lot, but that's what's considered intimacy to me. But when you're not getting any of that, is what we're saying. Like, that's when the guy starts to like, oh, she doesn't find me attractive.
And when you so Cliff, when you're speaking with this woman, because I don't think I've experienced that, when you're speaking with this woman about that, what is she telling you is the problem?
There's no I'm gonna talk previous relationship because anyway, I bring it up. I'm like, because I try to work it out. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. There's like tears for me before I'm like, I'm deucing.
Yeah.
So I gotta I bring it up like, hey man, like, I don't know what's going on. We used to be this close. We're not close to anything that, I can do better or we can do better. Then it's like, oh no, like, we're fine. I think we're good. And it's opposite too. I'm not just talking. I'm a guy. I've never been with a guy, so I'm only talking what I've been with. You know what I'm saying? The female. Yeah. So it's like that's what I get. We're good. We're fine. I'm like, hey man, do I stink? Do I my bra? You know what I'm saying? Like, do I need to? No, you're good. Like, we're just good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're not giving us the truth. At least when
absolutely. And from speaking to I'm talking to you, a lot of men.
This is a lot of guys.
I'm not even talking about us 3.
I'm not just throwing this out here.
If I show you my group chats, you'll be.
Can I help? Can I piggyback off the Cliff?
Hold on, Dennis. Almost every single married man that I know, I say all but one, has had this type of complaint in their marriage. And these are good men. None of my married homeboys are not good men. They work, they take care of home, they love their spouses, they take care of their kids. They good men. They're not perfect men, but they're good men. And like I said, it's just, and a lot of them struggle. I got one homeboy who was like, man, I can't wait for my wife to turn 40. They say the sex drive come back at 40. Hopefully that'll help. He's hoping for that. So, what I mean? These are struggles that men of our age truly have. Go ahead, Denny Mo.
I wanted to answer her question. She said, what do you get? What's the answer you get?
Yeah.
In my 40s, I've gotten, I'm matching your energy. And to me, that's a cop-out. That's coward. You just to go to a woman to have the vulnerability and feel safe enough to go to you and say, hey, this is how I feel. I don't know what's coming back at me. And for you to say, well, I'm matching your energy. That tells me then, well, you're not really trying because I don't know the energy I'm giving you.
I'm matching your energy means, and I'm not one to say that, but I understand what it means. It means that she's lacking something as well. So you should
me.
So then you need to
answer. Don't make that the answer when I bring it to you. When 2 weeks ago you could have brought it to me.
It's just how some people speak. It's not my choice of language, but I'm telling you what it means, so that then you can inquire. Well, what is it that you're missing? You know,
I call it self-sabotage. I think someone sabotaging their own relationships based on their own insecurities, or like you said, they missing something. But why didn't you come? You tell me everything else I do wrong, but you ain't telling me this in an adult conversation. But I didn't put this up, and I didn't put the shoes up, and this.
I don't know. I've dated men like that too, who were bad at communication. Like you could tell that something was wrong with this person, but they weren't communicating what the issue was. So I've dated that. I've dated a man like that before, and it was terrible because I was always trying.
That's a good excuse.
You're always trying to guess. What I'm saying is, some people are like, what I'm trying to do is take the gender out of it, because what I'm trying to tell you is, some people are just broken and they need therapists. They need and they need to understand how to communicate. And it's not. I don't think that it's a man or a woman thing. I really don't. I think it's just certain people don't know how to communicate. They just don't, and it sucks for people who do. You know, I'm chatty, so I'm always, and it seems like everyone, we're on a podcast, so we're the type of people who are going to speak our minds. You get what I'm saying? Right. And so with someone who's not communicating that with you, you can feel the energy when something's wrong. You know, it's like, what's wrong?
Grow it. Get to the bottom of it. If your energy's low this week, I'm getting to the bottom.
But let me just say this, Shai.
I'm not going to get low.
It's almost if they don't care if something's wrong with you.
Yeah, that's true.
And we feel that.
Narcissism. And people don't like that word, but it's true.
It's like, something wrong with me. I done told you multiple times something's wrong with me.
Come on, Benzi.
You haven't came to me and say, babe, what's wrong? Or I know that this is wrong with you. I'm working on it like this, that, and the other, or whatever the case may be. And you comfortable in your shell. You comfortable in how your lifestyle is set up. Meanwhile, I'm struggling. I
get to this grocery store 3 times a day because I've got the wrong potato. But you can't tell me what we're doing wrong.
Yeah, a lot of people can't talk about their feelings. I mean, they need therapy. They have trauma.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
they have trauma.
I don't know what the hell Denny Mo be talking about.
I'm tired of going.
I know what he's saying. He's saying that. I understood.
I got the elbows instead of the curl noodles.
What you're saying is people can communicate about trivial shit, but when it comes down to something that's really important, they lose their damn words. I understand what you're saying.
No, I want to answer Mimi. Mimi, if I'm asking a question, it's either I know the question, I know the answer already, or I want to know the answer. That's why I'm asking. I'm not worried about my ego being bruised. Absolutely. That's just me.
I'm same way.
Right.
Bruise my ego.
Bruise it. If I'm asking a question, it's for you to answer it and not keep pushing it away for me to ask it again 2 weeks later. Like if I'm asking something, I want the answer.
And to Chris, people do need damn therapy. What are you talking about? We all need therapy, especially the Black community. We need therapy. You might need therapy as well. I need therapy. All of us need therapy. Don't say people don't need therapy. That is true. You need to go talk to somebody who's
unbiased. I'm tired of people saying people need therapy.
We're saying it because it's true.
But
you
need
therapy.
This is why
therapy. Go get it in
therapy is not meant to change people. Therapy is meant to open up your thinking and your mindset so you can change yourself. So what people are in therapy for is to get reflections to help change their perspective so they can start implementing a different think pattern.
Yes.
Implement a different choices that they make so that, yes, you can't change the past, but I can change the way the past affects my future. And sometimes on my own, I can't do that until I meet someone that I'm willing to listen to help change my perspective. So yes, we all need therapy, especially in the Black community, because everything that happened to us when we were kids is trauma, and we was not taught how to handle those things. So whether it's relationships, whether it's family, whether it's parenting, whether it's finances, whatever the case may be, a lot of this stuff happens in the Black community, and we need to change our mindset. So that's what therapy is truly used for.
Hey, and Munira, I'm asking you the question, and you don't answer it. It's your fault that this relationship is going the way it is now. If I'm asking you the real and you're not giving it to me, And at that point, it's out of my hands. You're the one holding this relationship hostage. That's just not just directed towards you. Just anybody.
I thought you were talking about her and Benji. I'm about to say put it in.
No, I'm just saying, like, if any relationship, if I'm coming, I'm asking you what's wrong, what can we do to get better, and you talk about you don't want to bruise my ego or blah blah blah, then at that point, it's your fault that this relationship is stagnant.
I'm gonna leave you.
That is your fault that we're not moving because you're not giving me the real.
And I would say this to women:
correct.
if a man asks you, and you're afraid for his ego, whatever the case, tell him, hurt his ego. And if he comes back to you and say, "What you can't," and start getting all hard on you because you hurt his ego, then that's his fault. Then it's on him.
Yeah,
he asked for the truth. We cannot move forward if he doesn't know the truth or you don't know the truth. You gotta know the truth. And if it bruises ego, so what? You gotta love each other enough to know that I'm telling you this, it may hurt you, but we can move past it. We can get past this. Because I'm not trying to hurt you, but this may hurt your feelings a little bit, but we gotta get past this little baby hurt so we can see the big picture and repair this situation.
That sounds like a rapper named Lil Baby Hurt.
That's a whole nother subject.
Lil Baby Hurt.
That's a whole nother subject. In fact, I'm gonna bring it up. It's a whole nother subject, but it kind of ties in because I have talked to people like the topic, and I don't want to bring up a whole nother topic, but the topic has been of our rappers and how, remember back in the day when it was like Big Daddy Kane?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was like big this, large this, and now it's baby, this little baby, the baby, little baby, young this, crib in the crib, you know what I'm saying? So overall, and I always bring things back to culture, and I be hating to be the party people to always bring things back to culture revolution, you know, but you know, it's like some of the men, and I'm not saying this about you three, but some of the men are like in an infantile stage. They just they're infantile.
Well, those aren't men, those are boys. Those are boys.
Exactly, but they present as men. You get what I'm saying? They're in a man's body.
Well, so that infantile you met, how many boring men have you met?
Why do you keep talking about
just the mature men? They boring. They wear their pants different. You know, they shirt.
Boring already.
That dude is a good dude.
Nemo, I know you're not boring. So why you keep bringing? Who is boring in your family? Your brother?
I wish I was boring, man.
You know what's boring, bro? The LA Chargers. That's what's boring, bro.
I'm glad. That's why I'm a Rams fan.
Not the Y'all gonna make me watch some damn football just so I can get in here.
Become an LA fan, then you'll move to LA.
The Rams boring too.
Hold on, a few comments. Mimi said, yes, the truth needs to be spoken and received on both sides with love. Absolutely.
Bonnie
Son Taylor said, oh yeah, I know this. Therapy helped me see that I was in a toxic relationship and I was giving my all and that wasn't being reciprocated. I was willing to just keep trying, although my needs weren't being met. Therapy is great.
I love that for you. I love that for you.
Chris says, we got to be truthful, man. Hurt people, and it's a vicious cycle year after year. I agree. Hurt people do hurt people, but sometimes people, and this is where sometimes therapy can help. Again, therapy is only going to work as much as you work it. That's the key to therapy. You have to work it. The person is there talking to you. The person is giving you the perspective. But if you take that same thing and walk away and do nothing, therapy don't work. That hurt is still going to be there because they don't know how to handle the hurt the right way. So it's a vicious cycle until you, the person, has to make it up in their mind. I don't want to be like this anymore. So I'm going to take the advice of a professional or somebody that I trust to change the way that I am. But that person has to make up in their mind, I don't want this to hold me back anymore.
That's right.
So that's what I'm saying about it. And personally, I need therapy. I am jacked up.
I go to therapy once a month.
Man, I need to go to therapy, dude. Rhonda said, yes, the Rams. Yes, the Rams. Hey, look, I think the conversation tonight was dope. It was great, man. Y'all did y'all thing tonight. Denny Moe and his sack of potatoes. I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm tired of going to the grocery store because that's the problem.
I'm tired of going to the grocery store to be boring and get potatoes.
Chris, I've been trying to get you. Man, hit me. For real. Text me, DM me, whatever, bro. I want you on the show. I really, because you are you're active dating. You're still single. I want to get you on the show. I want you to be able to talk, say your piece, and all that.
I need somebody single.
That nigga ain't dated. He fucking.
Hey, can we do the Benzi's roundtable? One sentence, so everybody can close out on one sentence. Like
okay,
one
sentence. Demi Mo, since you brought it up, you go.
No, you go ahead. Let the lady.
No, don't stutter. Don't stutter now. You want to talk about potatoes and elbow noodles
and being boring? I want some boring potatoes.
I'm tired of boring men getting passed over. Shoot.
All right, ladies first. Shot. What you got? Give us a one-liner.
Okay.
Give us a one-liner.
Shakespeare said in Hamlet, Act 1, Scene 3, to thine own self be true. You can't fool you can fool everybody else but yourself, and you got to live with you and your God.
Cool.
And you know whether. Okay, that's my sentence.
Okay, go ahead, Shy.
Gender does not define relationship issues. People are screwed up and assholes on both sides of the fence. Period.
Period.
Clear.
Gender will always be
jerk. You a jerk. I know. You a jerk. I know. Gender will always be.
And you waited till I took a sip of my tequila.
Come on, Cliff. Give us one. Give us a cliffhanger. Give us a cliffhanger.
Let me see. Be truthful. Be firm. And always know what you want.
All right, let me see. My one-liner.
Benzino.
Communicate, process, and adjust. That's my advice.
The preacher.
The Bible says, Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, man should not be alone.
Communicate, process. What was the last one? Adjust. Oh, I like that.
Hey,
man.
I appreciate y'all so much for joining the ItsMental podcast. Thank you for all our viewers, man. Before y'all get off, share it. Just share it. Hopefully somebody will go back and watch. I appreciate all your comments. We're on here every Tuesday at 6:30. Every Tuesday at 6:30. Get on here. We're going to be talking our trash. We're going to talk on our mess. We're going to try to figure out what Dennis the Menace is talking about up there. And we're just going to have a good time.
Thanksgiving is coming up. They sending their men back and forth to the store.
See, look at them. Still talking about that.
Get boring potatoes.
Boring.
It's because your ass don't want to spend no money on one trip. That's the problem.
Hey, man, thank y'all so much for joining us. Please like it, share it. Tell somebody next week. Become part of the ItsMental podcast family. We're trying to take this thing all over the world, man, and do it big, man.